Season 2 of High Potential is about to push Morgan Guillory into a battle unlike anything she's faced before, and the trailer drops a single line that changes everything.
At 1 minute and 13 seconds in, Morgan admits he's toying with the entire Los Angeles Police Department.
It sounds simple, but hidden in that line is the key to understanding the Game Master's terrifying grip on this story and why Morgan's very brilliance may have made her his ultimate obsession.
To understand why this moment is so important, we need to go back to the ending of Season 1. That finale wasn't just a cliffhanger, it was a warning. The Game Master didn't lose. He wasn't defeated in the way villains usually are.
Morgan saved lives, but only barely, and that narrow victory was enough to convince him that she was exactly the opponent he'd been waiting for. Instead of backing off, he became fascinated. It wasn't about the kidnappings anymore, it was about testing her. And in his mind, beating her would mean proving he's untouchable. The thing is, very little is actually known about who this man is. His past remains completely in the dark. Did he already have a history of crimes that simply went unnoticed until he made the choice to reveal himself? Or was he someone who stepped out of the shadows only after Morgan's name started making waves inside the LAPD? That question matters because everything he does seems to circle back to one purpose: challenging her. Every puzzle, every victim, every twisted design, it wasn't random. It was personal. And Season 2 wastes no time showing how far he's willing to go. The trailer reveals his escalation. He's no longer content with targeting individuals in isolated cases. This time, he's taking aim at the entire police force. Morgan's chilling line proves it. The Game Master is using Los Angeles itself as a playground, treating entire departments of law enforcement like pawns in a game only he understands. But the most disturbing shift comes when he targets someone in Morgan's personal orbit. In the footage, we see him going after one of her neighbors. That single act sends a message: no one close to her is off limits. He's breaking the boundaries between her work life and her private life, and by doing so, he's forcing her into a corner. It's not just about solving riddles anymore. It's about protecting everyone she loves from a man who sees human lives as pieces in his sick puzzle. Now, here's the part that fans can't ignore. As much as Morgan isn't responsible for his crimes, there's a grim reality at play.
His entire obsession only began once she stepped into the spotlight as a consultant. Before that, the LAPD was just another police force. But once Morgan's genius became public, once her ability to solve impossible cases was put on display, the Game Master finally found the rival he had been searching for. She wasn't just another detective. She was the match he couldn't resist. And that's what makes the danger so unique. The Game Master doesn't just want to outsmart the police, he wants to break her. That obsession is what makes him so unpredictable. And even if Karadak and the rest of the LAPD are able to capture him, the damage may already be done. Because when someone this calculating goes after Morgan, it sends a signal. It proves to anyone else watching that she's the one to beat. She becomes the prize. And in a city like Los Angeles, how long before others start to take notice? How long before the copycats emerge? Think about it. Morgan has solved cases that were considered hopeless. She's cracked puzzles from decades ago, uncovered truths buried so deep that no one else could have even scratched the surface. That brilliance makes her invaluable, but it also makes her a target. The more she proves herself, the more dangerous minds will want to challenge her. And if one Game Master can wreak this much havoc, imagine what happens when others take up the same challenge, each one wanting to outdo the last. Season 2, then, isn't just about a battle of wits between Morgan and a faceless criminal mastermind. It's about the ripple effect. What happens when her gift, the very thing that makes her extraordinary, paints a permanent bullseye on her back? What happens when her genius doesn't just solve crimes but inspires them? That's the paradox at the heart of the show, and it's what makes this new season so much more dangerous than the last. The question hanging over everything is whether Morgan can stay ahead. Can she keep solving the puzzles without losing the people she cares about? Can she outthink someone who has already shown he can slip into her life and strike wherever he pleases? And even if she wins, what will be left standing around her? What makes this story so gripping is that there's no clear victory here. Morgan can beat him in a puzzle. She can save a victim. But every time she succeeds, the Game Master's obsession only grows. And even if he's caught, his twisted logic might already be spreading. Others could take inspiration from him. Others could decide that the only way to prove their intelligence is to challenge Morgan in the same cruel, calculated way. So when you look at Season 2's trailer, that single line isn't just a throwaway comment. It's the writers giving us the truth straight up. The Game Master isn't just a villain. He's a mirror. He reflects back the very danger of Morgan's gift, showing that sometimes being brilliant comes at a price. The city is no longer safe because she's in it. And that raises the most haunting question of all. Will her genius save Los Angeles or destroy it?